Joseph Crudup here. Welcome to the Joseph Crudup Show. Today is Wednesday, August the 14th, 2024. As we had just heard today, and here's the news about this first, and look at this. NASCAR's win. NASCAR had just reported today that Austin Dillon's win at Richmond Raceway will not count towards NASCAR players' ability in both the driver and owner championships. NASCAR states that Dillon violated his playoff ability rule and loses benefit for the win. Dillon and the number three team had also been penalized 25 driver and owner points, but remain Sunday's official race winner. In today's narrative, number three spotter Brendan Richter has been suspended for 3 races for his actions Sunday at Richmond. So there you have it. The NASCAR dropped the hammer on Austin Dillon. He only get the he just got the win in Richmond, but won't be able to be in the playoff spot. He'll stay right down when he is. So no Austin Dillon in the playoffs. He'll have to figure his way out. Maybe he'll drive here. He only had 3 races here: Michigan, Daytona, and Darlington. It was just, now you know to that point what he did to Austin Dillon and Danny Hamlin is what reckless driving. And the number three crew and the whole of players are not surprised. While Austin Dillon had kids. No, he had kids and he has family who had to run him. And yes, it has. But Austin Dillon has been suspended as we speak. As a matter of fact, he will never be in the playoff spot. And according to NASCAR rules, they just said, well, you did the hard way, now you have to pay the price. And that's what Austin Dillon did. That's what he did in Richmond on Sunday. We all just know about this about this whole stuff going. And what Joe Logano was talking about when he hauled today, yeah, that was a surprise. He was happy that Austin is not in the one is not in it. He was, but he's not. And yeah, the number dream team penalized, and they got away with it. NASCAR got away with it. NASCAR stopped them, didn't get, and yes, it has. It really has, and it really wouldn't hold the number three chances. But the Austin did won in Richmond, and that's what it brings. So now the story, and that's cold thing, and the number 22, and everybody was disbelief on that one. And that's what people have to live with it for the rest of their lives. Now, what he what we seen here on Sunday, what maybe it didn't maybe it didn't look good for that. It didn't look good for the number three and team, and it is. Now look at this. Austin Dillon's no longer in NASCAR Cup playoffs. Austin Dillon's no longer in the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs. NASCAR said Wednesday that Dillon will be allowed to keep the win from Sunday's race at Richmond, but wouldn't be able to lose that win to qualify for the playoffs. Dillon crashed both Johnny Logano and Danny Hamlin on the last lap in his efforts to make the postseason in NASCAR's win in a clean playoff format. Dillon entering the race 32nd in the points standings and appealed to have the race won straight up before a late caution for a crash between Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and Ryan Prince. After pit stops, Logano got the lead on the ensuing an overtime restart and was leading into turn 3 and 4 on the final lap before Dillon dumped him. As Dillon slowed to avoid Logano's spinning car, Hamlin went low to pass Dillon for the win. As Hamlin was doing that, Dillon turned low into Hamlin and hooked Hamlin into the wall. Dillon's penalty came today as NASCAR decided to make a ruling in an indeterminate aftermath of the checkered flag. After the race, NASCAR executive Elton Seller said that NASCAR will reveal what happened on the final lap and that what Dillon was did was up against the line of what is and isn't acceptable on the track. Dillon was also penalized 25 points for his moves on the final lap in addition to having his playoff spot taken away. He's now 34th. He's now 34th in the point standings and can still qualify for the playoffs if he wins one of the final three races of the regular season at either Michigan, Daytona, or Darlington. His spotter, Brandon Burris, was suspended for three races after he was heard saying wreck him on the final lap. Logano has been fined $50,000 for revealing the engine of his car as he came to a stop on the pit road, Dillon family and members of Dillon's team after the race. That was Austin Dillon's family. Dillon's desperation is born on NASCAR playoff stern. So this is now now what happened right there was well anyway, it's just a matter of time and when you do something like that. NASCAR's win in playoff format begs drivers like Dillon to do what he did Sunday night. With just four races to go before the postseason began, Dillon entered the race knowing he needed to get a victory to advance to the postseason and earn a lot of prize money for his team. Even if, even if you don't agree with his actions on the final lap, you can understand why he had acted upon his desperation after driving away with the lead in the final laps. Dillon find himself second place with a half lap to go. Sunday night was probably going to be his best chance to get to the playoffs. Now, to get in the playoff spot. Now, I've seen Dillon and Jolie make moves that have been running people out the trot to win. And that's what he said in his spot post-race news conference. This is the first opportunity in 2 years for Austin to be able to get a win. He drove in there and kept all four towers turning across the start finish line. To him, to Austin Dillon, he's seen a lot of stuff over the years in NASCAR. When people move people, it's just part of their sport. They know what they know what Austin means. Now remember Joey said short track racing. He knows what he was. He knows what it was. And everyone's choose, what do you do? He also acted with the pursuing concern of a NASCAR that wasn't going to do much, if anything, about it. NASCAR has been relocated to penalize drivers for rough driving at the cut level over the past decade. In 2014, Ryan Newman, while driving for the same Richard Cheaters racing team Dillon drives for today, proposed and crashed Kyle Larson in the premier race of the season to move on to the winner and take all final round. NASCAR didn't penalize Newman at all for the maneuver, but Dillon's move of crashing not one, but two drivers on Sunday night was apparently even too ignorant for NASCAR to let slide. Had him simple, had he simple crashed Logan and not Henley. It seems likely that NASCAR keeps Dillon in the playoffs. Could the right hook or handle have been the tipping point? Just a little ago at Charlotte, Chase Elliott was suspended for a race after he hooked Henley into the wide spot. Now, it's time for NASCAR to referee this officially. Now, we've seen this before, the multi-day delay between the internet race and NASCAR's today announcing on discussing the tournament of corner faces with its officiality. There are plenty of reasons why NASCAR race control should have immediately revealed fears of the race Sunday night and penalizing Dillon in the months after. Today's penalty showed Austin's actions were worthy of the significant penalty, and it was clear to anyone watching live that what he did wasn't going to go unpunished. But as hardcore fans can attest, NASCAR's race control decisions have also shown to be exceptionally at best in recent seasons. Just 2 years ago, NASCAR penalized William Byron 2 days after he intentionally spun Denny Hamlin under caution during the race. The spin went unpunished during the race. By waiting until today, NASCAR dragging out what should have been a cut and dry decision and also opened itself up to an appeal overturn this decision. By rule, teams can't apply in race official decisions. They can, however, appeal midweek penalty decisions, and sometimes those appeals work. Brown's penalty was overturned on appeal less than 2 weeks later. Had he been punished, during the race, penalty would have stuck. Would this process play out? Would this process play out the same way if a win and in driver intentionally crashes enough for the win at the regular season finale in Darlington? Will NASCAR adjust the playoff field halfway through the week before the first playoff race? Now, at the last very, the saga shows that NASCAR needs to be more illuminated with constitutional cars like this. Penalizing Dillon was the right move, and hopefully, it empowers NASCAR to act quicker than when a similar situation happens in the future. So this is happening first, and that is all this is all about. That's what this is all about. The sport, the everything, the Austin and the penalized to Austin Dillon cut to the playoffs. And he's not in the playoffs, but it gives him the win in Richmond. So now they show here right now is they have shown that Austin is they have removed Austin Dillon from the playoffs. They has and all they should have done like this. So now, no time. So now, good news he's won. Bad news he's out in the playoffs. He's not in the playoffs. No, the thing is happening here for us. I mean, short track NASCAR it has built everything, and that's what it just building. It grows and it grows and it grows for no good reason, for whatever reason they have bring. Just a little bit of stuff that going, a natural disaster, and all these things that happen. It happens so far and so fast. It happens like this. In the sport of NASCAR, they're gonna be like, oh well, what's happening in NASCAR? What's happened to this and what's happened to this one? And the other guy got fined $50,000 of warning Austin's family. Nearly, nearly hit Austin Dillon's family. for some other reason. That was he has been fun about. But what Joe Logano did, I think Joey he needs to show discipline. He needs to show discipline in this for whatever reasons. This whole stuff gonna happen here, of course. But this is just a little bit good than it is. And now, look at this way. NASCAR legend calls out Joey Logano over Cookout 400 controversy. Now, NASCAR's Cookout 400 at Richmond Raceway was marked by controversy as it came to the end when Austin Dillon's aggressive move caused Joey Logano to spin out, spanking a heated debate across the racing community. Veteran NASCAR personality Kyle Petty did not hold back, politely tagging Logan for his reaction, adding that the driver had done similar things in his past too. Former NASCAR driver and current analyst Kyle Petty providing a detailed account of the events. Ladies and gentlemen, Richmond. Not really a lot to talk about. Not quite an incredible race. I thought Austin Dillon drove one of the best races that I have ever seen him driving until those last few laps. That's a totally different story and a totally different race. But he had a great car. But let's go to the restart. Now, during the restart, Dillon, partnering the number three car, was intentionally won by Paul by Logan. Logano. Further explaining how Dillon was pushed to take what he could from the end. Now, Kyle Perry said, we go to the restart and we got the number three car. Okay, look, the whole thing is just like this. I mean, if you ever win, you gotta move on. If you gotta win, you gotta move. If you get mad, you get frustrated and you get heated about what's happening here. You gotta move on. You gotta move on and do it in the next ways. And John Lagana was was very extremely upset. He was extremely upset. He goes off on Austin Dillon and Payne and Dan just like this, and that's what he was mad about. He was mad about something that goes on. It's just not looking right. The NASCAR crew had never had anything that this whole stuff gonna happen. And that's the machine, the million, the data, and all this stuff. It shows drivers to race. It shows drivers that continue to combine. They'll keep watching, and they'll keep watching whether drivers play dirty or not. Just not, just gonna be the right thing to do. So now, the incident also sparked a discussion of the development of NASCAR and how it may be changing and how viewers may be perceiving it. Petty personally expressed his dismay. If you're a new fan, you love that fish. And when I say new fan, last 25 years. If you're an old fan, you're embarrassed of that fish. Because that's not what NASCAR was built on. That's not what NASCAR was. I don't care, you millions and all you people out there. This is not the planet that my dad or Dale Earnhardt Sr. and those guys race on. They didn't just wreck, they race. This is all about wrecking in these last few laps. And he concluded. So, moving into the future, I guess it's no holds barred, wild, wild west, anything goes. We'll see. Congratulations, Austin Dillon, headed to the playoffs. Until today. Today, NASCAR dropped the hammer on Austin Dillon. They just dropped the hammer on Austin Dillon and his team, the crew, the spotter. The sport have been suspended by NASCAR 3 races. Joey Logano fined $50,000. And that's the whole stuff going on. It does if Bill France was there, if Bill France was there, he'll sorting things out. And yeah, it happens, folks. It happens right in front of very eyes. The whole stuff in NASCAR is just it is. It is what it is. I'm like, oh my God, what have I doing? Oh my God. And Austin said, oh my God, I'm not in the playoffs because I did something wrong. Well, he did something wrong. He just made contact by, he contacted Joe Logano and got low on Daly Henry and see him into the wall. And yeah, but it's just brings all about. This is NASCAR. And then Austin Dillon and Dillon Henry knows, oh my God, Austin Dillon is in trouble now. Well, better luck next time. Well, Austin Dillon, if he wins, he'll have 3 races until the final regular season. If he wins the Daytona, he'll be happy. If he wins after he wins in Michigan, he'll be happy. If he wins in Daytona, he'll be happy. If he wins in Darlington, he'll be happy. Just one win, and that would be it. But anyway, he already had his win in Richmond 3 nights ago. And that will do it. I'm Joseph Crudup here, and I will see you tomorrow, same time. Also, see me on the Joseph Crudup Show on the Joseph Crudup Network too. Subscribe this video, and I'll see you next time. Take care, everybody. See you tomorrow.